Hello and welcome back to another episode of Nick Tiffany's Movie Reviews, coming at you in print and online format at nicktiffany.com, online at all podcast platforms, and in video format on YouTube. Today we're talking another fantastic comedy for the year of 2023. We're talking Bottoms, which stars Rachel Sennett and Iowa Dibry. The film's directed by Emma Seligman, and this is, as best to put it, it's like a female fight club formed in high school. If the goal is, we're two lesbians, we're striking out with people in our school, they already think we're losers. And in their words, you can be queer, talentless, or ugly. You could be two of those things, but you cannot be all three. This is like a 21 Jump Street-esque kind of take on high school. It's definitely satirical. And in this story, it's like, all right, you could be queer and you could be ugly. You could be queer and talented. They're like, we'll never bully you for that. But if you're all three, well, then, you're just getting no respect from anybody. And so, unfortunately, the two of them are all three. Iowa DeBeers plays Josie, Rachel plays PJ. And after coming off of a summer, leading back into high school, Josie's still a virgin. They're plotting, trying to figure out how are we going to have sex before we go to college. And they're making up a lie at some point after Josie's character, just minorly injures the star quarterback of the football team. And now this is kind of where the film, kind of gives into that like Blue Mountain State-esque type feel where obviously is the case in a lot of small towns everywhere in this country. Football is everything. And so we've just kind of turned that dial to the max. Jeff is the ultimate quarterback. All the ladies want him. All the guys want to be him. They're rolling the red carpet out for him. I mean, it's absurd how they treat this guy. The principal's like, I don't even want you looking at him wrong. We got the big game coming up. There's always a big game, and it's a 25-year rivalry. They're like, we got the big game coming up, and you're putting our quarterback in jeopardy. We ought to suspend you or expel you just for looking at him wrong. And so they pull some story out of their ass, and they're like, well, actually, no, we're trying to teach self-defense to women, and we want to help empower these women because we went to juvie over the summer, and we got our asses kicked, but we also kicked a lot of ass, and we want to show that we can empower the women here. And so he's like, all right, but it's got to be legit. So now, just randomly, they're like, okay, well, we're starting a fight club. I think we're starting a fight club, and we're gonna find all the girls who could want to learn self-defense. But again, all of this is kind of done in an effort to appeal to two of the most beautiful girls at the school. You've got Isabel, played by Havana Rose Liu, and then you've got Brittany, played by Kaya Gerber. And so, I mean, even from the jump, the film is just nonstop with the jokes. It's very modern in the sense of how I say modern in the sense that I've got two elderly people sitting in front of me during my screening. And I'm saying they're probably in their 80s, which props to them for just, continuing to seek out independent movies and stuff. But there's so many jokes. So there's this careless attitude, I feel like, with a lot of the newer generations, are like, lots of just self-deprecating humor and just like nothing's off the table. We'll make some really dark jokes. And so there were more than a few moments where, they're talking to the skinniest girls in the school who are telling them about their eating disorders. And it's like, actually, like, no, I think you could eat food, and like, actually, like, you could even digest it and you would still look really skinny and great, and it's like, stop, like, go on, like, come on, tell me I could have a whole entire lunch, that's crazy talk. And so, I mean, there's just so much on the nose humor and just like the high school experience. Obviously, even if you had a great one, everybody's high school experience comes with anxiety and insecurity. And even as crazy as some of the old high school movies make things look, or as exaggerated as they are, this is a period in your life where like everything is the biggest deal to you. You get rejected, like some of them do in this movie. It's like, oh, I might as well have a knife in my heart. I'm like, why why am I going to go on living if I've got to go to school and see everybody tomorrow? And, your biggest highs obviously feel like the greatest victories, or I'm on top of the world. I can't wait to share this news with people. And obviously with all high school stories, there's little bits of lying. And that's where, and this isn't like see, all high school movies are the same, even if you're queer, even if you're straight, and anywhere in between. Obviously in this film we highlight how some of those experiences vary, and you actually do get a lot of really interesting people who kind of come together and share their experiences, both as women, as people who identify as queer, and what that high school experience is like, what they fear, why it's nice to have a group where you can learn to empower yourself around other powerful women. But gosh, this movie, I mean, it's just a riot. It's just a riot. It's super absurd as well. And it doesn't, I'm like, it never plays it up so much that they're like, we know what we're doing. We know that we're making a biting satire. That's why we've got Marshawn Lynch as our like women's feminist studies teacher, who I learned spent most of the time ad-libbing in this film. And you can kind of see that here and there, kind of towards the end. But they've all kind of said that, like, dude, I'm like, Marshawn Lynch came in, he just started improvising, and they were like, honestly, he was one of the greatest improvisers of all time. And him talking about why he kind of took this film on was talking about how he was like, hey, I wanted to be a better ally, because I believe he said it was his sister when she came out to our family. He's like, I was not great about it. I did not handle it well. I didn't give her the support that she should have had then, because I was pretty, I'm trying to think of the right word here, the kind word, in the sense he was pretty naive essentially to maybe what that experience is like, what it's like to even let that out in the world, and for people to judge you like that. So I thought that was really kind of cool and interesting. And so, in the movie, they're like, hey, like, to be a really great ally, like, you could just be our advisor, but you like don't have to show up. Like, we'll make it easy on you. It's just, I really enjoyed this movie. It was nonstop laughter from the get-go. It's clear that everyone involved has like spent a lot of time watching those classic high school films, whether it's Breakfast Club, even Mallrats. I'm like, you look at the poster for this movie and it's like the reverse Mallrats, Star Wars esque style deal. Um, and it's just in that same vein. These experiences are so similar. And so anybody watching this movie, even if you're like, oh, I don't know how I'm going to relate to a bunch of lesbians in high school. I'm like, yeah, you know what? You probably will, though. More than you realize. And again, this is one of those, I always say that sometimes it sucks that it takes a movie or a piece of art to change someone's mind, or to open up their mind to like the fact that, oh, you know what? This person really is just a person, and who they sleep with or how they identify, whatever they do, whatever their ethnic background is, that literally has no bearing on the kind of person that they are inside. And they're just actually a lot like me. Or wow, they go through pretty horrific experiences just like other people have too. Like, wow. And it kills me sometimes, because I'm like, you just wish the common sense or certain things were more common, or that people were just willing to have conversations. But again, obviously we know that high school is an extremely judgmental time. We know that's a lot easier said than done. And so I just think that this film really effectively plays on the genre well, plays on that high school experience, brings you into a new side of it while still feeling incredibly familiar. I had a blast. I cannot express just like how awesome this year is for comedies. I mean, from Joyride to No Hard Feelings. I mean, we've had tons of stuff week after week, month after month, that for me, it feels like for years we've had like comedy dry spells. There's been like one or two that slipped through the cracks, but then they're like, well, no, it's a comedy, but it's more of like a dramatic thriller with comedic undertones. And for me personally, I'm like, I'm not calling that a comedy. I'm not going to tell someone like, oh, you got to go see this funny movie that's kind of funny, but like mostly a murder story, or mostly like a biting satire that isn't too interested in being too comical. And so Bottoms, from the top down or the bottom up, is fantastic. You guys are going to have a blast with it. You're going to laugh your asses off. There's going to be some stuff that's said where you're just like, you're chuckling. You can't help but chuckle and almost like hide your face because you're like, oh, it's so embarrassing. But you're like, yeah, man, that's high school in a nutshell, though. Like, geez, how did we ever let things get so bad? Iowa Berry and Rachel Sennott are fantastic in the movie. They are such an enjoyable duo. Their banter back and forth, clearly a lot of it's improvised as well, but they are just fantastic together. And they lead this team of freaking ragtag fight club girls who are just as funny as that premise alone. Bottoms is in limited theaters right now. It's going to be expanding in a bigger release. So absolutely check this movie out when you can, when it's available nearby. As always, thanks again for listening, you guys. Be sure to follow NT Movie Reviews on all social media networks, podcast platforms, and on YouTube to stay tuned for the latest in movie news and reviews. Thanks again. Have a great day.